Well, welcome back on a Sunday evening. Show number 2. ACESUP SimSports Pro Challenge Series. Once again, this week we are at Weedsport. Drivers getting an extra round of practice in before they try to qualify for the Pro Series this week. A lot of the guys that were here last week be back this week. 20 and 30 410 wing sprint cars have checked in for this one. Make sure that you say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. If you got a favorite driver, shout them out. Like, share, follow over on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, hit the subscribe button. Show number 2 for the evening. Tough track. These guys struggled a little bit last week here. I'm sure every single one of them put some work in this week, maybe made some adjustments to that setup, see if they could find a little speed, even just a little bit of handling, because handling is going to be key here. Track tightens up on the entry to 1 real bad, then it widens out all the way down that big D-shaped backstretch and tightens up again really tight when you get out of turn number 3 into turn number 4 and onto the straightaway. Right now, Tanner Pettit, the quickest in the room, 11.66 seconds. That car right there, Joey Lindgren, second quick. Aiden Price in the house, Chase Stewart, Ethan Johnson. Few names that weren't here last week are here this week. Connor Dudek. Last few seconds of the warm-up. Boys will get out here, get some quick qualifying in, then we'll start dividing them up into heat races. Couple of LCQs, and then our big feature, the big 35 lapper, to close things out. $31 cars officially. Clayton Davies, late entry into the server. Haven't seen that name in a minute. Good to see him join us for our only 2 non-U.S. drivers. Chris Shabeski out of Canada and Clayton Davies from down under. All right, drivers on the track. Matt Grimm out here already cutting some laps. He is head down the front stretch to come out for his first time to lap. I saw Logan Rumsey briefly. He is now at the end of pit road getting ready to come out. On to the clock for the very first time will go Matt Grimm. Tanner Miller gets dumped to second. Casey Simmons, 1271. Matt Grimm, 4th quick on his first lap. Aiden Price, 12.55 for him. Logan Rumsey not having a good time. Ernie Williams. Oh, Whiskers. Whiskers 6th quick right now. Ethan Johnson jumps to the top on his first lap. Second lap may not be as good. He was a little rough getting through turns 1 and 2. Evan Say, 2nd quick. Tyler Shell, 4th quick now. Dudek jumps to 3rd, moves Shell down a little bit. A lot of guys still going. J.D. Brown coming around. This is Sean English. English, 4th quick. Brown jumped to 11th quick. Sebeski, not a great qualifying effort out of the 21 car. He is 17th quick. Kenny Hoffman, let's go watch Kenny Hoffman. He is on track. Seen a lot of Kenny Hoffman on the Dirt Racing Network. Fight his way through 3 and 4, first time around. That's going to do it. Quick qualifying session. So Tanner Pettit Aiden Forster and Logan Rumsey, 1, 2, 3 in qualifying. Ethan Johnson was 4th. Evan Say drops all the way to 5th. And we'll get ready to look at our starting lineup for the first heat race. It's going to be Gumby, the 85 of Tyler Shell on the pole, and he'll have Ryan Avila in the 49 on his outside. Coy Velez, 70 car. Row 2 to the inside next to Dylan Aylor in the 92. Casey Simmons, a 54. He'll start inside row number 3 with Matt Grimm in the 91 on his outside. And you'll see the 72 of Dean Reynolds next to the 11 of Kenny Hoffman in our 4th and final row for our first heat tonight. While these guys roll off, I need to take a quick look at something because I missed it a minute ago, and I think I need to fix it before we go forward. So if you'll indulge me just a moment. I hate doing that. Okay. I think that should fix that as the drivers roll off. Now I won't have to see it, and it'll be beautiful. 3 out of each of our heat races go all the way through to the feature, and everybody else will split up into a couple of B mains. We'll fill our field in. '85 of Tyler Shell getting things started tonight out in front. Drivers know where the start line is down there in turn number 4 now. This time around, the pace truck will duck to the outside. We'll get things going. Second visit in as many weeks to Weedsport for ACESUP SimSports Pro Challenge Series. All right, Shell ready to go. Finds the loud pedal, gets a good start. He'll have a pretty sizable advantage getting into 1 and 2 over Avila. Flies into the 3rd spot, but here comes a run from Simmons on the inside. Didn't hold up through 3 and 4, and Flies goes right back by him. Now Kenny Hoffman's going to make a run down the inside. He'll take 4th away from Simons. Aylor, Grimm, and Reynolds rounding things out, but Tyler Shell 1 second out in front. He's running it right through the middle. 1 and 2 takes it pretty much the same line in 3 and 4, and he's got the 85 hooked up on that line. Villa trying to run him down, just not able to close the gap. Lap time's pretty much identical. 58 and a 61 that time. Flies hanging on. Right behind him, battle rages Hoffman and Simons. Flies the last car locked in. Kenny Hoffman getting to the back end quickly. He wants that direct transfer spot. Does not want to have to fight through one of those LCQs. Come around. The white flag is going to come out for Shell. Slider from Hoffman through 3 and 4, and he's got the spot coming to the white. Up the hill. Good slider from Avila, but it wasn't going to work. Oh, got knocked into the fence for his effort. Shell wins it. Avila 2nd. Hoffman in the 3rd spot. And I want to say that was Flies, not Avila, that got knocked into the fence over there. Simons, Aylor, Grimm, Reynolds, and Flies will be in our LCQ. Shell, Avila, and Hoffman locked into the feature. So heat 1 comes to a close with more of a bang than a whimper. And we will get ready for the starting lineup for heat number 2. 8 cars again. It'll be the 11 of Noah Bowman on pole with J.D. Brown, the 14 on his outside. Ty Schobelock, 17 car. Row 2 to the inside with Joey Lindgren in the 1 car on his outside. The 91, well, that's Whiskers Ernie Williams. He's got row 3 locked down on the inside, and Wyatt Schuthart will start on his outside. Jesse Bandy, 49 car. 4th row inside next to Chase Stewart in the 40. 8 more cars, 3 more, go. Right straight through to the feature. Oh, damn it. They need to fix this stuff. So Noah Bowman has the 24, not the 11. 2 1 cars. The white one, that is Ty Lindgren. The black one with the red accents is going to be Wyatt Schuthart. That white one, Joey Lindgren. That black one is Schuthart. Shobelok's got the 17. Williams in the 91. It may not show up the right number on that ticker because it's not loaded in correctly, but a number is just a thing. All right, ready to get at it. Heat number 2, we'll lock 3 more cars into tonight's A main. Bowman getting them started again. Both pole sitters have gotten good starts the first 2 heats. He'll lead them up the backstretch, but here comes Shobelok. Down to the inside, clips the wall on the entry to turn 4 right there. And that's so easy to do. He falls back a couple of spots. Oh, Lindgren gets into the fence, collects Shobelok. We will not have cautions, and Jesse Bandy gets into this. Couple of broken race cars. They're going to head for the pits, get out of the way. But right now, out in front, Brown got the lead away from Bowman while we were away watching all of that. Ernie Williams is going to move into that final transfer spot right now. Schuthart and Stewart giving chase. Whiskers not running the bottom. He's up high. He is going to try to cut that car down underneath Chase Stewart, who grabbed the spot with a slider. Now Williams trying to get down the backstretch. Contact between he and Schuthart. Schuthart goes to the inside. He'll get it rolling again, but he's way back. Brown and Bowman got a great run out of 2, and he's going to try to take the lead back down in 3 and 4. Slider across the nose. Coming to 2 to go. He didn't get it done. Brown still holds the front position. Another great cut down from Bowman, and he goes right back to the front. This time, long slider. He should have it coming to the white. Didn't shut the door off. This time, Brown's going to stay down low. He wants the launch pad. He gets it into 3 and 4. Heat number 2 is going to go to J.D. Brown. Noah Bowman second. Chase Stewart in third. Williams, Schuthart, Shobelok, Lindgren, and Bandy. Well, you're going to have to work out of one of the last chance qualifiers. All right, quick look at the grid for heat number 3. Aiden Price on the pole. Gavin Chatham, 99 car. He'll have row 1 to the outside to himself. Clayton Davies in the 50 starts inside of row number 2. Chris Sebeski, the 21, will start next to him. So our 2 foreign drivers in the same row. Tanner Miller, 9 car, row 3 inside next to Ross Carenta in the 10. And then Blake Machulis in the 127. He'll be your lone starter on the back row. Car is ready to roll off. 6 cars already locked into tonight's A-Main. We'll get 3 more here. I think we'll get 3 more out of the next one. And we'll be looking for 6 from each of our LCQs. Ross Corinta dropping to the back. And now he'll go back to his starting spot on the outside of that third row. All right, getting ready for green flag racing. Heat number 3 right here out of turn number 4. Aiden Price, Gavin Chatham, and Price
Green.
makes it 3 for 3. Pole sitters getting fantastic starts. Clayton Davies worked the bottom side, took second away from Chatham. Chatham's going to try to hang on to third in front of two side-by-side cars. That Sebeski going to grab the spot. Tanner Miller had a big problem getting out of 4. He was down the inside, got the car way out of shape, could not hang on to it. He'll drop back to 6, and he's going to fight to hang on to that because Corinta trying to work around the outside of him. Price firmly in the lead. Davies is second. Chatham in third. Machulis is fourth. Started 7th. And he is 1 spot away from making a direct transfer. He needs to run down that 99 car in front of him. Sebeski, 5th. Miller just keeps flirting with that wall down the bottom. I think that's what got him on that first lap. He brushed the left front tire up against the fence and got the car way out of shape. But he and Corinta going at it back here for 6th and 7th. Things heating up. Second place under fire, and he gives up the spot. Davies had a problem. Got the car way out of shape. He gives up not 1 but 2 spots as Chatham and Machulis both go by, and now Davies is going to have to get back on it with just under 2 to go if he is going to get into one of these direct transfer spots. White flag coming out this time. Price 1.2 seconds ahead of Chatham. Machulis in third. Davies is right there. I just don't think he's going to be close enough even with that mistake. He's definitely not going to be close enough for transfer cars. Price winning the heat. Chatham in second. Machulis will transfer through in third. Davies, Sebeski, Miller, and Corinta will join everybody else back there in our LCQs. My eyeballs. All right, so we are ready to go LCQ racing, I believe. This is how we're going to line them up. It'll be Simons and Davies in row 1. Schuhart and Grimm, row 2. Miller and Schoelak in row number 3. And Vlies in the 4th and final row, all by himself. Wow. Everybody made the call. We'll get ready to roll them off. Casey Simons. Take them around, show them the start line one more time. Next time we come through here, we're going to get ready. Pound some dirt. Driver's going to be starting to be eliminated right here. Four. Four and 4. Is that what we're looking for? 4 and 4. All right, green flag first. Of our LCQs, Davies went in, cut behind. He'll come out of turn 2 with the lead. Simons hanging on to second. 3 cars battling third, fourth, and fifth right here, and they were almost 3 wide getting into turn 3. Shobalak grabs the third spot. Right now, Matt Grimm's got it on the top for fourth. Schuhart fought back on the bottom down the backstretch. 3 and 4, not so good to him. Falls back in line in fifth. Miller and Blige right behind that. Davies missed the transfer spot by just 4 or 5 car lengths in his heat race, and now he's driving away here. Big problems for Shobalak. Got into the fence. He is going to collect Miller. Miller lost the right front, rolling down the racetrack into turn 3. Davies, 9/10 of a second. He's kind of able to put that car wherever he likes right now, it looks like. Through the middle and out down the backstretch. He'll get in the middle and come off low. Goes in low and keeps it low right there. Able to get that car to rotate pretty well. Get up off the corner. Schuhart is third. Blige and Grimm 4 and 5. Miller and Shobalak off track. With 4 to go right here. Clayton Davies having his way with these guys. He's stretched it out. He is 9/10 of a second out in front of Casey Simons. Simons started on the pole. Schuhart still in third. Blige is still fourth, and Grimm quite a ways back. Watching them come down the front stretch. Car is just hopping, coming out of 4. And then it's just kind of rhythm, getting it around and down to turns 1 and 2. Out over a second. He's moved to the high line now. He'll take the white flag. Clayton Davies going to make a transfer. Simons looks like he'll transfer along with him. Schuhart and Blige all in there as well. Matt Grimm. Maybe the first car on the outside looking in right now. So we'll line them up again with 7. And that'd be Ernie Williams and Dylan Aylor on the front row. Chris Shabeski and Joey Linger in row 2. Dean Reynolds, Ross Corinda in row 3, and Jesse Bandy in row 4. I don't think Sebeski has made the call to get out here just yet. There. Now it looks like he's got it. So all of them will be out there. (12 and 12). That can't be right. Couple of pace laps. Real quickly, remind everybody, tomorrow night, doubleheader. Dirt Singers Racing League Monday Night Thunder. Rock and K Logistics Big Block Modifieds, round number 5. 8 o'clock Eastern. Turn around, follow that up at 9:30 Eastern with the Jess and Jim Steakhouse 360 wing sprint cars. Big blocks, 4 races, 4 different winners. Sprint cars, 4 races, 3 different winners. The only repeat winner, Mason Hannigan, has picked up 2 wins in the series. Pole sitter for this one, Ernie Williams, has a win in the series as well. All right, we're going to get ready to go green. Williams on the throttle, green flag in the air. And Williams keeps the string alive. Pole sitters getting a fantastic start. He is going to rip the lip, keep it way out wide. They were 3 wide momentarily through turn 3. Oh, Joey Lindgren, good piece of driving right there. He got knocked sideways getting into one. He grabs a handful of throttle. Cut the wheel hard to the right, got the car squared away, and he's going to come out of it in 4th. He was 2nd going in. See if he can hang on to that spot. He needs it. There's Dean Reynolds right alongside, and Reynolds. Oh, now big problems up into the fence. He's going to give up that spot. Whoa, that car really got away from him. And that is going to end it for Lindgren. He'll be done for the evening. Williams, 0.7 of a second in front of Alor. Sebeski behind that, and Reynolds in behind that. Corinta and Bandy giving chase, trying to catch up. All right, now it's all Whiskers out front. Watching Sebeski right here. Oh, car in the fence. Is that Corinta? Yes, it was. Ross Corinta got the right rear up into the outside wall. Had to pedal the heck out of it to get it straight, getting down off the hill in 2. Looks like everything's okay, at least for now. He goes right back up there again. No fear. Found the fence once. Said, I'll find it again eventually. But right now, let's see if we can get this thing rolling and try to catch up here. 4 to go. It's almost a second now between Williams and Alor. Sebeski still there in 3rd. Reynolds still 4th. And even after a bump with the fence, that time Reynolds got super sideways coming out of 2 and allowed Corinta to see daylight. Then Ross goes into 3 and 4 and puts the car right up against the fence and gives all that space back. Two to go for Ernie Williams, 1.3 seconds. Looks like it's going to be a little better week this week for driver 91. Well, maybe not. As soon as I say that, he goes up, jumps the cushion, scrapes the wall, gives a whole lot of space back, but he gets to the white flag first. Alor still 2nd. Sebeski's trying to reel him in, but he's going to run out of laps. And Dean Reynolds is still 4th. But you're 2nd. B main will go to Ernie Williams, Alor, Sebeski, Reynolds, then Corinta, Bandy, and Lindgren behind that. Warm-up session, we have transferred everybody out. "24 cars are about ready to get at it. We took the top 8 from qualifying. Everybody else went through. We took the top 2 from each of our B mains. So only the top 2 made it through. Top 8 from qualifying were automatically locked in. These guys are going to get just about 2 minutes to get out here and do some warming up. And those that qualified straight through see the track for the first time in quite a while. And the track has changed drastically from their qualifying efforts to this warm-up session. So any track time they can get is going to give them valuable data. Last second adjustments before they get ready to get in here. 35 laps for the feature. Guys are just waiting for the track to be opened. Trying to mimic Pro Series and the qualifying for Pro Series as closely as they possibly can. Then these guys are getting pretty accurate data. Boys playing a little hopscotch down here, it looks like. Aiden Price trying not to get into the carnage. When that clock hits 2 minutes, they'll open the track, give them 120 seconds to get out here and figure out any adjustments that they need. And we're ready for feature time. Full slate of shows this week. This is the second show tonight. We'll have 2 tomorrow night, 1 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday, and 2 on Thursday night. And currently 5 of those 8 shows are, well, they just tried to kill the camera. 5 of those 8 are on dirt. All of our pavement series are really good. They're very exciting. Very competitive. The mini stocks that were on just a little while ago, that might be the most competitive of all of our pavement stuff. And then the late model stock cars on Tuesdays with the ERA guys, and the Midwest Truck Series of Craftsman Trucks on Wednesdays. That series is just a lot of fun. They get nice size fields, and the racing is usually pretty good. And it looks like we're not going to get 120. It looks like we're going to get 60 seconds of warm up. That'll make it pretty interesting. The boys want to try to get clear track so they can view everything, see where the line's going to be. Ethan Johnson worked the high line the first time, now works the bottom. His lap time was pretty much the same as it was on the top. Tyler Schell now doing the same thing. These guys haven't been on the track since they qualified. A little beating and banging, a little bumping and grinding. All right, we are ready to get at it. 21 of them. About ready for this. Ready to go through our starting lineup. It'll be Connor Dudek and Mike Augustine up front to start things off tonight. Sean English and Evan Say will be in row 2. Ethan Johnson, Logan Rumsey making up row number 3. Aiden Forster and Tanner Pettit, they've got row number 4. Then Tyler Schell and J.D. Brown make up the 5th row. Aiden Price and Ryan Villa in row number 6. Your 7th row, Noah Bowman and Gavin Chatham. Row number 8, Kenny Hoffman, Chase Stewart, Blake Machulis, and Clayton Davies in row number 9. And then Ernie Williams and Casey Simons in row number 10. And on the back, Dylan Aylor. All alone in row number 11. 21 drivers, 35 laps. Last week's was very exciting and very interesting. We'll see what the boys learned from last week, what they apply to this week. Drivers rolling off. And that looked... It looked like Aiden Forster had a little problem rolling off. But it looks like he's got it back under control, so we'll take a look at the 7 of Dudek. He's going to get us started. "35 times around" under the green flag. All these guys Getting live action laps in, practicing, ready for pro qualifiers. That system's shaking up a lot this season. Anybody really can qualify for it. Got to be in the top 35 every week in points, and there's no 100% lock-ins for the season. So you could race this week and get bumped out next week. Pretty interesting. The green flag is in the air. Whoa, Connor Dudek almost out of shape. We're underway. Second race at Weedsport in as many weeks for the ACESUP SimSports Pro Challenge Series. Down the backstretch, English grabbed the lead after Dudek couldn't get the car back underneath himself on that initial start. He leads lap 1. Augustine way outside. Boy, they are bumping and grinding behind that. Let's get back here in the mix. Rumsey's in the middle of it. Pettit's in it. So is Tyler Schell. And Schell's already got the bumper on the front of that thing pushed way down. He got into the back of somebody pretty hard. He's going to go to the bottom. 3 and 4 trying to go forward. He passes 1. He could get 2 before we get out of 1 and 2 here. Trying to work around Evan Say. Car out of shape. Whoa. Good. He's driving to hang on to that. It is a cluster mess right there. 6 cars. Somebody's going into the fence on the outside. I think that's going to be Logan Rumsey.
Caution is out.
It surely was Logan Rumsey. Let's go try to take a look. Get the drone up here. Oh, the contact with the open wheel. Yeah, you can't do that. You cannot touch them tires together, or you're going to have nothing but issues. And Logan Rumsey found out the hard way. So we'll slow things down a little bit. Going to be Sean English, Connor Dudek, Mike Augustine, Tyler Schell, and Aiden Forrester, our top 5 right now. Say, Pettit, Brown, Johnson, Avila are the top 10. Logan Rumsey, the only car not on track. Timing and scoring will update. He will fall further back through the field as we go along. If he does not return, it'll be a short night. The driver there, 41. Logan Rumsey, very talented driver. Races in real life, very good here. Wins a lot of races, wins a lot of big races. So we'll watch the pace truck. Those lights stop flashing. That means we're going to get ready to go green. We'll put caution number 1 in the rear view. And we'll be ready for our restart out here in turn number 4. Pace truck's going to hurry up and get out of the way. Everybody trying to inchworm up. English jumped on the throttle. He'll get us going. Caution already. I think I saw a car catch that wall down there. God damn it. In turn number 4. And I don't know who it was, but I saw somebody. We're going to go back to the start. It was a little bit back. Yeah, I don't know who it was. Oh, no. I saw somebody catch the wall, but they just kept the car going. What happened was 41 car of Logan Rumsey came to the end of pit road, and he got out there just before they got to the start-finish line, and the car slow enough or stopped enough that it triggered the caution. So that's why we're under caution number 2. Evan Say went back to the pits, gave up about 4th spot, 5th spot to go into the pits. I don't know why that was. Everybody's still on the lead lap. I know it's showing when they flash through there, it's showing them on the off the lead lap, but that is not correct. Because of the way that caution fell, our timing is going to be off just a little until we cycle through. And the lights will go off. There goes Tyler Schell. These guys are dropping like crazy. Don't know why, but a lot of drivers headed for the pits. Evan Say rejoins the field all the way at the back. Fell to 20th, giving up about 15 spots. So, all right, English back on the throttle. He'll get us restarted. Man, those guys so close to that wall down there in 1 and 2. Dudek tried to get a run on the top side, and for a moment he had it. But then that big launch pad off the bottom of turn number 2, and English takes the spot right back. Forster in a third at the moment. He is trying to hang on because Augustine and Pettit are both in the hunt. Trying to see if the bottom will work. Augustine nearly had it. English working out of 4. He and Dudek now broken away from the battle for third. There's 4 or 5 cars right there together. Pettit, Augustine, Brown, Avila. Johnson is not off by much. There in the 11 car. 2 distinct lines around the speedway. Oh, this time Johnson up on the cushion, got the car out of shape. He's going to give up some spots, but he'll only fall back to 9th. They've got it singled out in the top 6 right now. Augustine finding a little fence, jumps the cushion. That cushion in number 2, not very tall. These guys are running right up against it. English hanging on to the lead. Dudek was under fire from Forrester. Forrester went under fire from Pettit. Pettit's going to have the spot now. Pettit's going to make a move on Dudek. Slider in 1 and 2. Wasn't able to hang on to it, and he might lose third again to Forrester. This time hangs on Pettit to third. Forrester and Brown now are going to battle over 4th. Dudek over the cushion and into the wall in 2. He loses a couple of spots. Went from 2nd to 5th. So razor thin up there in 1 and 2. Sean English out in front. 0.6 of a second over Tanner Pettit. J.D. Brown now has third, but he's got company. Forster trying to get it again. This time Brown's the one over the cushion. So Brown back to 4th, and Dudek is back in it. Caution on the speedway, Aiden Price. Oh, and Aiden Price blinking all over, and I think that may be 80% of the problem. As he was blinking in and out, got into the wall in turn 4, stopped it right there. There was traffic coming. And that'll trigger this caution number 3. That car was blinking like nobody's business. Tyler Schell back on the track, 4 laps down, going to be scored in 20th at least until he makes up the laps to pass Aiden Price. Casey Simons just took his car off the racetrack. But it is still out in the front. English, Pettit, Brown, Forster, and Dudek, the top 5. Avila, Johnson, Augustine, Hoffman, Majulis are your top 10. Casey Simons back out in the 18th spot. Timing and scoring just a little funky. Every time we catch a caution, the car has to go to the pits because wherever that caution was, that's where it scores that car, but it doesn't know what lap it's on. So it'll move it to the top of the pylon, and then everybody has to cycle by it. We're ready to go back. Green flag racing. 19 laps remaining.
Green flag, green flag.
English with another good start. Gets up into the fence. New leader coming out of turn 2. Tanner Pettit. Here comes J.D. Brown. English is going to fall to third. He may lose another spot as Forrester got by him. Sean English started out front on the restart. By the time we come around for that first lap, he's all the way back to fourth now. One mistake. All it took. There goes Forrester around Pettit on the top side, or around Brown, excuse me, on the top side. Takes second. J.D. Brown is back to third. Ryan Avila around Connor Dudek into fifth. Johnson right behind in sixth. And Johnson had a moment earlier. Thought that car might be hurt. Looks like it's okay. And he was able to make some tracks to the front. Ethan Johnson now gets around Connor Dudek. Mike Augustine still hanging around in eighth. Kenny Hoffman, Blake Machulis. Oh, Kenny Hoffman with the slider through 1 and 2 finds some fence, drops out of the top 10. Machulis and Stewart go by. There's Clayton Davies. Came out of a B main, transferred in. Ooh, Davies gets a little bit of help from Hoffman getting into one. He's going to give up a couple of spots there, as Evan Say got around him as well. Go back to the front. Pettit. If he can keep it out of the fence. See if we can keep up with the drone cam. This time keeps it locked down on the very bottom. Six-tenths of a second out in front, goes back to the top. Cut down line this time. He is just searching, trying to figure out where the best place to run is going to be. Goes right through the slick. Forrester is closing in. Forrester is running him down. Over a tenth a second faster the last 3 laps. Coming around to get 9 to go. Forrester is there. They have a big gap back to third place, J.D. Brown. It's about a second between second and third right now. And then it's a good 7 or 8 tenths of a second back to fourth. So top 3 figuring some things out. We did not see this bunch at the front last week. There's English in fourth, Avila in fifth, Ethan Johnson in that 6th spot, and then Augustine is 7th, Machulis, Hoffman, and Stewart. Forrester ran up to him while Pettit was searching around looking for some different running lines. Pettit settled in and went back to what he was doing, and now he's starting to get away again. J.D. Brown is closing in. He's going to make it a battle for second in the next lap or two. Up to that little berm. Nice cut down. They go down, find the launch pad, exit at 2. Then everybody right around the top in 3 and 4. This time, Brown went to the bottom and just nothing there on that entry. He lost a lot of ground. 3 to go. I saw Avila use the cut down in 3 and 4, and I wanted to see how big a run he was going to get on English right there. This time, no cut down, just stays in line. 2 to go for the top 3. And Pettit now opening it up. He'll have a second when we get around here this time. One final lap. Ernie Williams off the pace right in front of the leaders. That slowed Pettit down. I don't think it's enough. Pettit may have to be pedaling because he might be close on fuel. He makes it to the checkered flag. He wins tonight. Forrester and Brown, second and third. Avia English, 4 and 5. So we'll get the top three around here while we wait for them to come in. Let's take a look at our results. Pettit, Forster, and Brown, 1, 2, 3. Avia and English, 4 and 5. Johnson was 5th. Augustine 6th. Machulis 7th. 8th. I'm sorry. Augustine was 7th. Machulis is 8th. Hoffman 9th. Stewart 10th. Dudek 11th. Davies in 12th. Chatham 13th. Bowman 14th. Simons 15th. Williams 16th. Shell 17th, Say 18th. Ayler 19th, Price was 20th, and Rumsey with an early exit finishes in 21st. Now we can go talk to our top three. Let's see if we can get at least a little bit of a view here. There's J.D. Brown. J.D. Brown finished third tonight. J.D. Brown, you got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, man. Third place tonight. What did you learn that you applied this week that you didn't know last week?
The track is a lot slicker tonight, so it kind of helped us if we don't get a reset for tomorrow. Wasn't fully expecting to go full cut back there in 1 and 2, but it was kind of just a dominant line early on, and so we'll see what happens. Tomorrow for the pro races. Just helped us figure out exactly what lines to run and kind of what the track does and where we need to be at when it gets this slick.
Well, I was getting ready to ask you that very thing. What did you learn tonight? You think you can apply tomorrow night. What do you expect, honestly, tomorrow night when you get in there?
I expect a reset for the feature at least. Qualifying should be basically the exact same. But feature, probably get a reset, get a little bit more grip, kind of compared to more so what we had last week. So we'll see. Pro races are always somehow different than everything else. You can never kind of expect or know what's going to happen. So overall should be good though. Weedsport always puts on a show for pro races, so it should be good tomorrow.
All right, man. Tell us who's helping you out for the Pro Series this season.
Thank you. Just gotta thank VRS, Alpha Industries, and Logan also helping us out here. So yeah, just gotta thank all those guys over there at Alpha.
All right, man. Congrats on a great run tonight. Good luck tomorrow night, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
J.D. Brown finishing in third here tonight. Now we'll move on and talk to Aiden Forrester finishing in second. Aiden, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You finished second here tonight in this basically warm-up race for the big show this week. I know you were here last week. What did you learn last week that you applied to making it a little bit better this week?
Yeah, we just worked on our driving since last week and found a few tweaks that we liked with the car and made a big difference. We're way better this week, and unfortunate circumstances, we're not in the pro race tomorrow, but yeah, we have a really good car, and hopefully the rest of the season plays this way.
Well, then I guess my question of what you learned tonight you can apply tomorrow is not going to apply, but hopefully you can catch one of these and qualify through, and we can talk to you up here on the podium before you head to one of those and give us some insight on what you think the pro race is going to be like.
Yeah, we just got a black flag the first night, and then the third night or run a second computer crash. Just stupid things that happen that didn't let us in the pro race, but it wasn't meant to be. So we'll give it another shot next week, and hopefully we're talking to you guys again.
All right, man. Well, give me some shout outs anyway. Let us know who's helping you out for the Pro Series this season.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Tanner Pettit Racing, Jimmy P. Mac Tools, 1425 Photography, 80 Transport Express, Jordan Casey and Ethan Johnson at Free Speed, Dalton Schrum Photography, Trackside Collective, Aces Up. They're all the ones that support us and keep the team going around.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Good luck in the next round of the qualifiers, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you after one of those here pretty soon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Aiden Forrester finishing in second. And now let's grab Tanner Pettit and bring him in here. Tanner, you there, bud?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I ask everybody else, and I ask you the same question. What did you learn last week that helped you pick up the win this week here?
Really just came down to qualifying and being consistent around here. Overall, before we were a little bit inconsistent. We just couldn't get a rhythm going for the team, and the last couple weeks we've been working hard, and looks like we picked up some speed.
Well, look to me, and we were watching you pretty close. We threw the drone cam out there, following you around a little bit. You were looking around, trying to figure out where the line was. Was that just for data, or were you really just trying to find the line?
That was more so for data. I was just testing it out for tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow it's probably going to move around a lot. I would assume that we won't be running the same line for all 35 laps at all tomorrow. I don't think we did tonight either. And I was just making sure the car felt good everywhere, and it looks to be it. Felt pretty good.
Well, Aiden closed in pretty close, and then once you went back to your rhythm line, you drove away again. So whatever you figured out, it looks like it's going to work. Give us some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll wish you luck getting into the pro race tomorrow night.
Yeah, I would just like to thank Aiden and Ryan and Ethan for sticking with me throughout this Pro Series. We'll see how we do on the sprint car side of things throughout these 5 races. And I'd also like to thank Jimmy P. Mac Tools, 1425 Photography, 80 Transport Express, Jordan Casey and Ethan Johnson over on the late model side of things, Dalton Shum Photography, Trackside Collective. A lot of people make this thing possible, and it's just a sim, but we got a pretty good team going here, and I'm excited to see what we can do in the future.
All right, man. Well, congrats. Congrats on the win
Thank
tonight.
you.
Good luck tomorrow night over there at the Pro Series. We'll look forward to seeing you back here next Sunday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I can't thank Chad, of course, enough. Our new sponsor, as of a couple weeks ago. You guys always put on amazing events, and I love showing up to these. It's some of my favorite league racing ever.
All right, man. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Tanner Pettit picking up the win here tonight. Interesting, and some of you heard, a couple of these guys that finished well tonight are not in the race tomorrow night for Pro Series. So we'll see them back next week, trying to learn what they can do for the qualifier before they get that final practice in here in 2 weeks for the next sprint car pro race. So a weird situation over there with all that because of the way they're doing that with the late model 1 week and the sprint car the next. And I think a lot of these guys are kind of getting thrown off a little bit because you're trying to qualify for all of it, but a different format. And you know what? That makes a great driver when they can adapt, change, and still get the job done. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we saw here all night long, there's nothing for us to cover. Everybody gets a pat on the back and a big thank you for that. Don't forget about joining us tomorrow night starting at 8 Eastern. Big block modifieds, and then we'll turn around 9:30 and put the 360s out here and go back-to-back again. I want to thank Chad for letting us cover this. It's a lot of fun. We haven't had a Pro Series or a 410 Series on the network in quite a while, and it's a lot of fun to come watch. Some of the best in the sim come in here and duke it out. So big thank you to them for letting us cover this. Till we see you guys the next time.